Hello. My name is Siddharth Vishwanathan, editor-in-chief of SportsLumo.com, and I am bringing to you 50 greatest Olympic moments for India in the Olympics. In previous episodes, I had focused upon the India versus Pakistan rivalry in hockey. But in this episode, I am going to focus upon the 1952 Helsinki Olympics for India. Hockey had given India a new identity when they got independence from the British folks. In 1948, in the London Olympics, right in front of the Queen and right in front of British royalty and the British public, the Indian team asserted their dominance and secured a gold medal. The 1948 gold was a turning point in our history, folks, because hockey was the only thing that we were really good at. The brilliance of 1948 was now translated into the 1952 Helsinki Olympics in Finland. There was no doubt that India were going to be dominant, and they did live up to the domination. But it was not easy. More than the opponents, in this special episode, I am going to focus upon how the weather in Finland would play a decisive role in India's preparation for gold. In this special episode, I focus upon India's quest to conquer the weather in Finland. The 1948 team had several great members: Leslie Claudius, Balbir Singh Sr., Udham Singh. All of them were one of the best in the business. Leslie Claudius in particular was taking over the mantle of Dhyan Chand and putting in sublime performances. There was a preparatory camp and India were about to select a team. But there was some factionalism in the side. They wanted certain players. KD Singh Babu was one of them, but the associations of Uttar Pradesh and Bengal wanted the likes of C.S. Guru and one more player. This upset the team composition slightly. Remember, 1950s, India was getting adjusted as one entity. So factionalism, regionalism were all there to stay for a particular point in time. But the Hockey Federation sorted that out brilliantly. And the team went to Copenhagen for the preparatory camp there. When they reached Finland, they realized that they had a problem. In Finland, the weather is extreme. There are 24 hours of daylight and 24 hours of night. Now, when they had come over, the Indian team was faced with 24 hours of day. How do you conquer that? India conquered it in a very Indian way, folks. In the team hotel, Balbir Singh and several other players bed-sheeted the curtains. They had put in darkness in the entire room so that they could get their sleep. Had they not done that step, they would have struggled to acclimatize to the conditions. But struggle they did not, and the Indian hockey team, overcoming the conditions in a very Indian way, managed to pull off yet another exhibition of dominance. They once again met Great Britain in the final. They had beaten Austria in the league stages. And India continued their dominance even in the league stages and even in the knockouts. But for the second consecutive tournament, India got the better of their colonial masters, former colonial masters. They won 3-1 in the final. And the celebrations that echoed across India was simply stunning. This was the peak of Indian hockey's dominance, folks. 1948, 1952 and 1956. Hockey in India would give the country a different identity altogether, and that identity would be filled with pride. India hockey faced very little competition in the 1952 Helsinki Games. So the core of the side remained even for 1956 Melbourne: Balbir Singh, Udham Singh, Leslie Claudius, and they continued the domination. When you have a core settled, it is very important that you continue the domination. And the India hockey team did just that in 1952 Helsinki. Helsinki in 1952 would also be famous for one particular individual medal. KD Jadhav in wrestling would become India's first individual medal winner when he secured the bronze. The hockey team's success and the success of KD Jadhav ensured that India had a very good run in the 1952 Helsinki Olympics. Hockey gives us so much pride, folks, and in 2020 Tokyo, we are on the cusp of it. Thank you for joining us on the special episode of SportsLumo's 50 greatest Olympic moments for India. I will be back with more interesting anecdotes in the coming days. In the upcoming episode, there will be a focus on the wrestler. Just like Sushil Kumar, he too tried to chart his independent path. Less controversial, but still one of India's best. I speak about Yogeshwar Dutt in the next episode. Press the subscribe button, tap the bell icon, like, comment and share, folks. 50 greatest Olympic moments for India is your ultimate destination for all the history, anecdotes and events in India's Olympic history. Thank you. Bye-bye. Stay safe.